Because I'm happy. That's what Pharrell says, and I believe it. So listen, everybody, I must admit in my life that I have always read the end of the story to determine if I was going to read a book. And unbeknownst to me, and I like that word unbeknownst, by the way, I didn't realize I was doing that when it came to making major decisions. That unless I could predict or know the future, it would sometimes stagnate me into making decisions. And I did that in my career. So now here I am in the Department of Veterans Affairs, and it's about 8 years in, and an opportunity comes my way where I move from one office to another. It's a lateral position, but it puts me in a position where I can do some things in the IT field. So I'm there now for about, I get there and I'm in the lobby on the first day, right in the heart of COVID-19. It is July 2020. And I'm in a building when it's just myself and my immediate supervisor who hired me because everybody else is working from home. And I go into this office. It's a beautiful, nice space for the federal government. And I knock on the door because I hear someone talking in their office, and it's my supervisor. And she puts her hand up and says, "Can you make 1 minute?" Sure, I can. So here I am sitting out in the lobby, and I'm waiting for my supervisor to greet her and tell me what I need to know to start this new job. And this voice comes to my head. It's my voice, but the words that are coming out are not mine. And it says, "This is the place where you're going to get your promotion." I'm not thinking about a promotion. I'm just transitioning to another position with another career direction, but not a promotion. But I just ignored it. Meet my supervisor. She's a tall woman. I'm glad about that because I am too. We have a nice conversation. She tells me that, I'm going to be working from home for the majority of the time, like everyone else. And so I get my things in process, go home, and begin to work, meet my team over Teams because we're in COVID, never no one in person. And then about 6 months into this, there is an announcement that my supervisor is going to be going on a detail for 6 months. For those of us who are military, it's a TDY. For 6 months, she's going to be going on a detail, and her position is going to come open. And we need to apply for it if we want to fulfill it for 6 months. Now, this reading in the back of the book, right, told me, first and foremost, the story is not a good one. One, it's only 6 months. Two, you're going to be in a position where you're going to, if you got the job, you will be a peer, and then that your peers will become your subordinates. And then if you in the detail, you're going to go back to being with your peers. This story didn't sound too good. And the opportunity didn't sound too good. And on top of that, I was new. These people don't know me. How dare I go in here and apply for a promotion, even if it's temporary? There's another part, though, that's deep inside my soul. And that is, what if I don't get the job? Will I be able to recover? Will this particular defeat knock me out? Will I even try again? Because it's a big promotion. I don't know if I can take it. I don't know if I can handle the rejection. Y'all know what I mean. Rejection is bad and it breaks you down. Some people are still in counseling today because they got rejected. You know what I'm saying? So here I am. But this voice that was in my head gave me the courage. It's not because I was all of that, gave me the courage to just go ahead and apply for the position. What's the worst that can happen? I just told y'all what's the worst, but I applied anyway. Y'all already know what happened. I got the job. Yep, I got the job. I got the job. I got the job. And my worst fears came true. Yes, it did. I was 5.5 months in being in that position. There were others who thought, you don't deserve this job. I can do it better than you and should have gotten it. My peers became my subordinates. And then my subordinates became my peers. I returned back to my old position after now only 5.5 months. I learned some things, I struggled through some things, but I returned back. Those fears were right there. So how did I feel? I didn't really understand it, but it was fun, but it was also sad. So going back to that position, I really truly thought this was the end. I thought this was a good this experience, but this is it. Why not? It's just temporary, right? But I did not know that this position would be the catalyst to me finally being promoted permanently to a promotion in a different place in the same organization, but now I was permanently promoted because of this position. It prepared me for the one that I have now. So I have learned, everybody, that if it wasn't for that little voice in my head, I wouldn't have tried it. But I'm glad I did. And I have learned you should never decide not to read a book because of the end of the story. Because guess what? You could be missing out on some great surprises. So read the book. Thank you, everybody.